What's good, YouTube? Back in here with another video and to update y'all on the whole Elon Musk, Ashley St. Clair fuckery. I don't even know why I cuss because I know that's gonna get my thing like restricted or whatever. But uh, where should I start? All right. Um, well, a few days ago, a lot of conservatives, which I would consider myself more Republican, conservative, whatever, but we're congratulating Ashley St. Clair for coming out about her baby that she's had 5 months ago. So baby's been out of the womb for 5 months, and she finally decided to come out and acknowledge the kid's existence or the baby's father or whatever. It's Elon Musk's kid, and she feels like the tabloids have been hounding her, so she might as well come out and do whatever. And then she's getting a whole bunch of congratulations. Now my thing is this: are you congratulating her for coming out, or congratulating her for giving birth? I mean, because I guess you could argue there's a couple things you'd be oh, she was brave enough to come out against the tabloids or whatever, or are you actually congratulating her for the kid? And my thing is this: if you're congratulating her for the kid, it's the kid's been out for 5 months. She's been pregnant for 9 months. Maybe the last 6 months, you probably could notice that she was probably putting on weight. And then after the 9 months is up, there's been a 5 month gap where no one wanted to congratulate her or chime in or whatever. So I'm assuming you're probably congratulating her because she came out. That's the only thing that, and then there's people that don't like Elon Musk, so this is kind of like another notch against him or whatever. But I just thought it was ass backwards because and like I said, I didn't do a lot of research, so I might be talking out of turn here, but I think Ashley St. Clair already has a kid, right? I think she's like 26, 27 years old. So her brain's fully developed. She can't use that excuse. She supposedly had another kid, so she's already gone through that life experience and understood. And then on top of that, she supposedly has converted to a conservative lifestyle, probably has done that for a little bit of time. So my thing is, you're willing to have sex with a billionaire, not demand any type of real relationship or ring, keep the baby a secret, and then out them on social media. This sounds no different than any of those IG girls that be trying to trap NBA stars. But here's the kicker, though. The IG girls that go after NBA stars are more likely to get a marriage out of them than Ashley St. Clair out of Elon Musk, because of the fact that he has 13 kids by other women. I don't know if Ashley St. Clair was thinking she was going to be lucky 13, which 13 ain't even really a lucky number. But for some reason, I'm assuming she didn't think she was getting anything serious out of this guy. She's going to get a check, and he'll probably really won't be in the baby's life of any real substance or whatever. He'll be giving you a check, right? And in a lot of single mothers' lives, there's usually two things that really become an issue. That's how involved the father is in the kid's life, and from a parental standpoint, and then for a financial standpoint. It tends to be that the more she likes the guy, the more she'll weigh in on the more parental side. And then the more that she doesn't like the guy, it'll start to teeter towards the financial side, because the law really won't force the guy to be in the kid's life from a parental standpoint, but the law will force him to be there financially. So my whole thing is, we know that she's getting a check. We don't know 100% sure, but obviously he's a billionaire. She's getting some type of check. So to me, her coming out is probably a cry for him to be involved from a acknowledge her existence type of standpoint, right? Because we know she's financially set for life pretty much right now, right? So you could make the argument like, oh, she's not a gold digger, well, I mean, and why would she be doing this? Because she's getting a check now. And I said, well, look, there's two different currencies at stake right now. There's there's the money, which we know she's probably getting, and then there's attention. And in B100, attention is probably a more valuable currency to a woman than the money. You could give a girl all the money in the world, but if you never acknowledge her existence, she'd probably kill herself. And Elon has not acknowledged her existence. So he forced her hand to come out, which I'm assuming that she tipped the tabloids or whatever. And then she comes out like a victim to kind of like beat the tabloids. And, but just like any other celebrity, they typically tip off where they're going to be at so they can kind of create headlines. So this is basically her doing that. Now, I'm saying all this, by making assumptions, but this ain't rocket science. Like, the same playbook gets played by every other chick, and once you start going down this avenue, there's only so many different kinds of moves you can make. So this is her crying out for attention, and if I was Elon, I wouldn't give it to her. You know what I'm saying? So outside of her, and now, like, it's gonna be funny if she comes out with some type of charges or he did this, do that to her, because this would have been the perfect time for her to come out. I said this, keep your distance, because I think she's kind of going off the deep end, because she's a influencer of the conservative nature, and she's literally did everything against conservative values. Everything that she's done, coming out online, having sex before marriage, seemingly kind of baby trapping a dude, whatever, and not demanding a ring or anything like that. Going in there with a relationship in mind with a guy who's already had 12 other kids before yours. So the track record, he's a public figure, so it's not like he hid this from you or anything like that. So to me, this damages her. Like, the only thing that she can actually look forward to is Elon acknowledging her, because if she goes back to the whole conservative podcasting or whatever it is she does, she'll never be more than Elon Musk's baby's mama, because of how high profile Elon Musk is. Her conservative message, in my mind, will never outshine the fact that she has a billionaire son, and the way she went about getting it, and the fact that she just became number 13 out of a growing roster that's probably gonna keep on going after this. And to where, yes, she'll have a check coming in, but her whole personality, that online personality and persona that she was known for, now takes a back seat. So to me, she can't even be taken seriously anymore. So I think she did herself a disservice as far as going out on her own and making a name for herself. I mean, she did do herself a service as far as she just wanted to be financially stable, but I can't take her seriously. And then for the conservatives who can quote unquote congratulate her, which I'm like, she had the kid 5 months ago. So I'm assuming you're either congratulating her to take a jab at Elon, or you're congratulating her for just coming out and being quote unquote brave. We really have to be more thorough on who we led into the conservative movement. We've already seen how other groups who don't gatekeep, how they get infiltrated from the outside. Look at comic books and video games and movies and stuff like that. So and this is no different with MAGA or the conservative movement or the Republican stuff like that. And, I get it. You want to be, open. You want to, not shun people away. And, I get it. But look at the Ashley St. Clair's past. She wanted to take big black cock from a dude named Tyrone. Now, you could make the argument, oh, she was only like 16, 17 or whatever. She was young and whatever. And I'm just like, she was online doing all types of debaucherous stuff. And this is why I do believe this in my whole heart. And it's a saying that I've heard, shout out to Coach Greg, that a hoe's final form is a religious woman. Whether, I mean, you can, that kind of is synonymous with like conservative or whatever. Someone who's, oh, we're trying to be traditional now. It's always seemed like that's the final form after they get ran through or did their dirt or whatever. Finally, the light comes, and then, but her past always creeps back up, and that shell gets cracked, and then they end up doing some stuff like this. So, congratulations on the bag, but your message will fall on deaf ears from now on. So it is what it is. That's my take on the whole Elon and Ashley St. Clair thing. She's not to be trusted, especially going forward. And, quote unquote, Occam's razor. Which means the most likely scenario is I'm not giving her any really benefits of the doubt. I'm going by female nature. This is typically how it goes. She's starving for attention. She's trying to force Elon to acknowledge her existence because he's just going to throw money at her and push her back off into the corner with all the other females. And she don't want to be just like all the other females. So this is why she's doing what she's doing. But that's my take. Tell me if I'm wrong.